Hey guys, Bill Norway here, and welcome back to NASCAR The Game Inside Line for race 19 of 36. I'm here at the New Hampshire National Speedway this late afternoon. We're running the Lenox Industrial Tours 301. Last week at Daytona, I finished third. We come to Loudon, where Jeff Gordon had success in the 90s, but ever since, his career's fallen on hard times. At Loudon, jump right in. Fun fact, Loudon was the track that Jeff Burton owned NASCAR in the Cup Series by leading every single freaking lap. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm just going to flip the card. There'll be 30 laps this afternoon. Tire wear fuels will be times 1. Flag rules will be on cautions, and damage and failures will be on full.
You still have time to make a few adjustments before qualifying starts. Why not test the setup and see if it's okay?
Let's jump right into qualifying around the Magic Mile. Now, let's go. I'd say this is probably the first Let's Play I've ever hit a rant at the end of an episode. Well, because of how shitty the develop this game is, you know? Those of you who know what I'm talking about, who've played this game and seen how bad it is, know how that they're glad that Technics isn't making these kinds of games anymore. Heck, I don't even know if Technics even exists after their god-awful atrocity Ride to Hell Retribution, and I'm sliding around like crazy coming out of turn 4, but we come to get the green. Greg Biffle is the pole winner with the time of 33:12. Our goal is to knock him off. Coming down the backstretch. Into 3. Oh wow, a lot of understeer that time. Up the racetrack, almost in the fence. As we come out of turn number 4, we had to get out of the gas so I didn't hit it. Hit anything. Another pole. Yeah, we'll call that a lap.
I want to make sure you're happy with the setup before the race. So go run some laps for me and see if you're happy with the car.
No. Let's jump into the race.
Give it everything you've got out there, and you can end the day in victory lane. Good luck, buddy.
We welcome you to New Hampshire National Speedway. Some people describe this track as Martinsville on steroids, and they aren't kidding. Most people consider this Martinsville with an apron. At the end of 30 laps, someone is going to have the ability of taking a trophy, which is actually free food, if you win this race. At the end of 30 laps, who will be that person? Here's Adam Alexander, Wally Dallenbach, and Kyle Petty for one last time this season.
Hi everyone, Mike Joy and Darrell Walter welcoming you to Loudon, New Hampshire for the Lenox Industrial Tours 301. Like this thing, 1 mile racetrack. It's got a very narrow groove. Hard to pass. You know how you pass here, Mike? A little bump and run. When Bob Bear bought this place, it was a sleepy little mile .6 road course, an 8-mile.
I start on the pole. Greg Biffle will start second. Martin Truex is third. Mark Martin is fourth. Here's the patriotic flyover this afternoon. And there's the trophy, which should be a giant lobster. Here we go, coming out of turn number 4 into the restart zone. Field is in the hands of Jeff Gordon and Greg Biffle. Green flag into the air. We're racing it at New Hampshire. I almost said Martinsville. Way up the racetrack in turn 1. Truex can't quite get to me off of 2. He does. Dead even down into turn 3. Jimmy Johnson follows him. Tries to follow suit. I guarantee you there'll be that some video game. Well, I can't English today. 1 lap in, and Jeff Gordon is the fastest man. I guarantee you that this was every other NASCAR game I've ever played, there would be 2 and 3 wide off of turn 2. They would probably be 2, 3, and maybe 4 wide. Because that's the trend of New Hampshire. They will take the entire gap of the track in these video games. Hopefully, it won't be the case today. And if you remember back to NASCAR 14, the NASCAR 14 Let's playthrough I did, there was a huge crash in this race. Like, I have no idea what point of the race because I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video. But there was a huge crash at one point where basically like 3 guys went up into the catch fence. Looked like something straight out of Final Destination 5. If you get the reference, it's that the reference I was trying to make was there's a scene in Final Destination 5 where it's a NASCAR race, but one car wrecks, flies into the grandstands like Austin Dillon, and basically just causes a bloodbath. Bunch of shit starts breaking, like the stands start to break, people get crushed by debris, and it's just horrible B-movie acting. But yet we still made freaking 6 of these Final Destination movies, even though I've seen only 4. I've only seen 5 because of that stupid ass NASCAR scene that I was talking about, and a friend of mine recommended it to me. Yeah, Final Destination 5 should be named to B-movie, every B-movie ever made. Because that's what all Final movies like that are. Final Destination's one of those kinds of B-movies. Sharknado's another one. Yet they're making a freaking 5th one. They are making a 5th Sharknado. Oh, Lord, help us all. Lord, help us all when I say that they are making a 5th Sharknado. Kill us now. I just love how for the movies, I just love how today's movies and media is just crappy remakes. Because traditional ideas of Hollywood ideas have basically just went out the window. An example, Ghostbusters. They've remade that fuck knows how many times. Heck, the Ghostbusters that came out this year was basically the same movie adapted for feminists. That's basically all it is. If they make Paul Blart Mall Cop like 20 years down, sweet merciful crap, I will break things. 8 laps in, and we're already catching lap traffic in the form of Nemechek in the 87, Castle in the 83, and McDowell in the 98. Wow, yes we are, right? Yes we are. 9 laps in, and we have led every single one of them. Just like Sonoma, we led the majority of the race, but unfortunately time penalties put us in 6, even though there are no time penalties in real life NASCAR. Okay, that did not happen. Should not have come down on Casey Mears. Pretend that didn't happen. Anyways, coming out of turn 2 here. Look at that. We are putting many cars a lap down. 17 seconds separates me and Tony Stewart. see how long we can go before we lap a good chunk of the field, just like. Well, let's see how long we can go before we get to like the top 10 and start lapping people, you know. Look at that, we're closing in on Bonnie and Austin Dillon. So we make our way out of turns 1 and 2. We actually caught Scott Speed, aka Scott Speed, who's got no speed. 19 seconds separates me and second place Tony Stewart, who won this race in 2011. Well, the 2011 chase race, when Clint Boyer ran out of fuel in the last few laps, and Tony Stewart was able to cruise to the win. Coming out of turn 2, let's go on board the 24 car. Around goes Regan Smith. He spins up down into the grass. And Montoya's into the wall on the front stretch. Everyone seems to settle out. Everyone seems to settle down right now. Thank God. And Bane's going to go around, hit the inside wall, caution is out. Look at that, Bane into the inside guardrail. Hard hit for him, caution flag is out. I really don't get why Regan Smith's spin didn't call a caution. You know, I honestly don't get why Regan Smith was in the grass and probably slung around and off the racetrack and they didn't call a caution. Montoya bounced off the wall. Don't know why that wasn't a caution, because this game can be caution happy sometimes. Trust me, it can and it will, and it can be caution happy. Yet Trevor Bain spinning it. I'm not even going to try analyzing it because I'm just going to try to get a headache. Pace car is off. Field is in the hands of me and Tony Stewart for the restart. Coming down. Green flag back into the air. Coming out of turn 2, Jimmy Johnson makes a 3 wide. Bold move for the 48 to second. Could he probably try to go to the front? Yes, he does, but he has put Stewart in the wall in the process. There's a little bit of 3 wide racing going on behind them. Jimmy Johnson is your new leader at New Hampshire. Jimmy Johnson has actually won at New Hampshire. His last win came in 2010 in this very race. So far, it looks to be that way today. Jimmy Johnson has not won at all in this Let's Play, which is pretty ironic because Jimmy Johnson is usually the kind of guy that is 3 or 4 wins to this time, at this point of the season. Jimmy Johnson is a little over a second and a half, or a little over half a second on Jeff Gordon, his teammate here at New Hampshire. As we come out of turn 2, you're on board the 40. You're on board the. Oh wow, the contact with the 48. You're on board. On board with Gordon. $14 laps to go at New Hampshire. At this point of the race, you're going to see a lot more drivers start using the apron and lowering the track instead of being glued to that one line. Like, watch the 48 as he gets down in the corner. He has not moved from the bottom of that racetrack, which theoretically would be the fastest way around, right? I think as we go later into the race at New Hampshire, typically you're going to see a lot of drivers start using the lower part of the racetrack and not the apron. I mean, you'll see probably one or two drivers down there, but you'll never see them side by side because there's just no room. Yet in 3 and 4, you're going to see a little bit of some side by side racing. Remember, they got to file back up. That's how wrecks happen in 3 and 4 at Loudon, because drivers just don't know how to run that kind of track. Johnson leads. Jeff Gordon is all over his back bumper. Coming out of 2 and down the backstretch. Diving down to the inside. Can't quite clear him. I'm there. New leader Johnson powers back. I had to catch it side by side, at the line. Gordon leads the lap. Johnson's going to get the spot going into 1. 11 laps to go. Coming out of turn 2 and down the backstretch. Oh, a little bit of bumping and grinding here. Gordon letting Johnson know, hey, he's there. Don't forget Greg Biffle up there in 3rd if these two mess each other up. Biffle could possibly join the party as a potential candidate for the win, too. Down to the inside. Johnson up the racetrack, trying to get Gordon. I think Gordon's trying to get down on the inside of him in the corners. Side by side into 3. Gordon leads it back to the lead at Loudon. I have no idea where Johnson got that. Right front damage, because if we can get another shot here. Now, let's go into photo mode real quick. I have no idea where Jimmy Johnson got that damage from. Because could it be from a scramble from lap 1? I am not sure how he got that. Oh yeah, it was from the damage of Stewart. Pretty heavy damage to Jimmy Johnson, though. Jimmy Johnson. Heavy damage on Jimmy Johnson. I was curious to see where he got the damage from. I was curious to see where he got the damage from. I think it might have been from Stewart. It was from the Stewart incident. Side by side coming out of 4. Gordon leads that lap. Look at that. Oh, contact. Contact with Johnson. I think Gordon's just letting know he's there. Just let him know he's there, just like Kansas. He'd play with him a little bit, and then you just wait. Just like Dover, I think Gordon's just going to lay off in the corners, let Jimmy get out. But at the same time, you can't lay out too back, because Greg too far. Because look who's coming. But we get the run and pull away. A little bit of a 2.5 seconds separates Jimmy Johnson from Greg Biffle. He dives in real deep this time. Might be able to get Johnson out of the groove. Oh, contact there. And with that, Gordon and Johnson do see lap traffic. Drifting up the track here. Johnson gets the lead out of 2. Oh, contact. I think he might have been trying to tuck in behind him. Look at that. Jimmy Johnson begins to pull away. I'm pretty sure Ian Nation 48 should be jumping out of his seat right now, because his boy Jimmy is leading and Jeff Gordon is in second. 5 laps to go at Loudon. Wow, right to the bumper of the 48. Bumper of the 48 that time. He's able to clear him. New leader at Loudon. Johnson still fights back. Maybe he could get him stuck behind Michael McDowell in the 98 here. 98 here. In the line, 4 to go. Gordon leads. Wow, look at this. Could get good. Got a little loose there. As you see, Michael McDowell in the 98, Nemechek in the 87. As you see the, to get up right there, 4 to go. Could Gordon uses McDowell as a pick. 3 to go. Now Johnson ducks to the inside. McDowell way up the racetrack this time. Comes to the lead. Here comes Jimmy. Jimmy Johnson to the lead. Oh, wow. Big bump that time. That might have been what Jimmy needed to help him through some of this traffic. That was a pretty big push to the 48. Coming to the line, 2 laps to go. Johnson leads. Wow, that was a pretty sharp shot right there. Oh! Contact. Gordon and Johnson make contact. Johnson leads out of 2. A little bit of contact this time. Side by side. Oh, more contact between the 48 and 24. Jimmy Johnson gets the lead. Last lap at Loudon. Wow, look at that. Johnson could get that run. If he's able to, you might be able to get him boxed behind Robbie Gordon. He is there. Johnson to the inside. Wow, big move. That's a pretty big move right there. Oh, wow. Up the racetrack. Johnson gets there. Oh, I run into the tires last second. Johnson wins it Loudon as I run into the tires and finish second. Because I'm blind, that's why. Driver error basically caught me, basically just took me out of the win. Let's look at the results. Jimmy Johnson lead, 1 today at Loudon. While Jeff Gordon is second, Greg Biffle is third, Kyle Busch fourth, Tony Stewart fifth, Casey Kane sixth, Mark Martin seventh, Denny Hamlin eighth, Martin Truex Jr. ninth, and Matt Kenseth 10th. Well then. Well, one caution practically all freaking race. And that was for Trevor Bayne. And it was basically green to the end. Green flag racing to the end at Loudon. Let's look at the points. I have a 70-point lead over Kurt Busch, who's second in points with 1 win. Greg Biffle is third in points with 1 win. Jeff Burton is fourth in points with 2 wins. Jimmy Johnson with his win in today at Loudon is going to leapfrog 2 positions and end up in 5th in points. Earnhardt Jr. loses a spot, drops to 6th. Keselowski drops a spot. Kenseth stays 8th in points. Boyer is 9th in points. Kyle Busch is 10th. Hamlin is 11th. and Kevin Harvick loses 2 spots. So it's been pretty interesting to see how the wild card format's been, because it's usually been Stewart would be in the wild card, or like Hamlin and Truex, or like Stenhouse would be in the wild card for a little bit. So yeah, it's been pretty interesting. Tune in to Indy next. Tune in Indy Tuesday afternoon, or Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time for running the Brickyard 400 on NASCAR The Game Inside Line. And if you guys enjoyed this afternoon's episode of NASCAR The Game Inside Line, click that like button, click that like button, click that subscribe button, drop a few comments. Follow me on Snapchat, and add me on Spotify if you guys want to see the kind of music I listen to. Above all, have a good day, and peace out.